Hi guys, I'm Shubham and welcome back to Project Pandas. In this video, we will be learning how to rename the columns and indexes. So let's get started. And for this video demonstration, I would be using the wine quality data set. And let's take a look how it looks like. So the first observation that we have here is the delimiter here is semicolon, not comma, although it's a CSV. So that's something we would have to specify while reading the CSV file. So let's do it. So let's see how it will look like if we were to read it directly. You see that everything has been put into one column, but if we write the delimiter is equal to semicolon here, you see it has been loaded perfectly. And one another oddity is there are spaces in the column names, but that's not a good practice for not just for Python, but for any software. You shouldn't put spaces in the variable names or name of data frame, whether you are using R or any statistical software. So let's fix this. What we would use here is we would use the replace function, rename function dot rename. Let's say you want to rename some columns. So you would what columns, then a dictionary. Key will be the value that you want to replace. Let's say you want to replace fixed acidity with fixed underscore acidity. And if we do that, we see the column name has been changed. So let's do this for every column that has spaces in him. So let's replace for every column we have, and we see that every column that earlier had spaces has been replaced by underscore, and that's true. That I manually typed everything and replaced space with underscore. And one thing you see that although change has been done, change is not permanent. So as I mentioned before, we would have either have to overwrite it or pass the in place parameter as true. And now if you see the changes have been stored. Uh, and one more thing that we could do to rename columns is let's read it again. Let's see how our data frame is. And one other thing we could do is that we could specify the columns as again and pass in a list that contains the name of columns and in this order that we want it to be replaced with. So let's hit it, and if we see that again the changes have been saved, the way of doing this is so, and this comes in handy when you have to change the name of every column. But if you have to change the name of let's say two or three columns, you can use passing dictionary. That's more practical. And let's take one more example where we would be renaming our index, not the column. So again, pass a dictionary. So let's say we want to replace 1597 with some random number and 1596 with this random number. And you see that the changes have been made here. If you want to store it, pass in the in place parameter as true. If you see df again, that's the case. So that's pretty much it for renaming columns and indexes. Stay tuned for more. Bye.